The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.
That's the guy, you know. He blesses us. He blesses us, and we put that out, Double Cross, and we missed our first release. In May, because this pandemic hit, and we were like, "What is going on?" And I had this big technology play I was going to do, dealing with this new technology called Unreal Engine. It's a gaming technology, and Fortnite is their biggest tick out here. And they were talking, they were making these memes about they were able to take actors and put them inside of the gaming world seamlessly, and then take the gaming environment and make it look photoreal. And I thought that was very intriguing. So I found they were North Carolina, so I made it happen. And I sat there very early on, and before it was a virtual production pipeline through them, and helped them cultivate that idea, and got me to the right people, and got with a AAA company again. God bless him. Same thing. It was a note of, you going to stay here and do this, or you going to go right now. And literally, I went through a storm. I went and rented a car to North Carolina, 4 hours through 3 different storms. I got to the seminar. The seminar was closed because it was a seminar. The seminar was closed. I was late, couldn't get a ticket. I said, I'm going anyway.
That's my famous lines right there.
I walked up in there. By faith, I went to the bathroom, saw people with these Unreal Engine instructor shirts, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm talking to you in the bathroom, sir. But can I talk to you after I wash my hands? Yeah. So I stood out there, and I talked to them. And, you're dealing with me at this point. I'm many, many years in. So once I can pitch, don't let that door open. And I pitched, and literally, it wasn't even 5 minutes before I reached to the CEO. And I sat him down, and in 15 minutes I had a meeting in Los Angeles. And, and that next week I partnership up with Halon Entertainment to come up, and we had made the deal with Bob Johnson, ROJE, and at that time UMC. And we cultivated on, basically doing a case study on how to take on the Harry Potters of the world on low budgets and match them. Match them.
Yeah.
And I can do that. And we pulled that together, and then the network didn't see it coming. Nobody saw it coming. They didn't understand it. And actually, we were going to release the result, because it's basically a fully 100% 3D car chase scene.
Yeah.
Looks photoreal. Nobody can tell the difference. And I did it all on the computer. And I can make it move. I can crash it. I can make it do anything. And I can go, and now the technology, I could take cameras, drive down the street and capture the whole street in 360 degrees and come back into my computer. And now we don't ever have to leave a room, and it looks photoreal. So I was in the very, very early threshold of this. One of the very first, and in fact, it was their liaison to Hollywood. I was with them right there. At the time, they were doing Planet of the Apes 3 and Aquaman 2. And I'm like, can you help my little under $1 million project out? Please, for one scene. And they were like, huh? I was like, use me. God gonna use me. Can you use me? And I'm ready to help you. At the time, it wasn't the BLM uprising that we hear now with George Floyd. And I told him it's human trafficking. It's going to be, this black vigilantes.
What made you all make that the backstory? Because we know what got them.
The attention.
Yeah, got the attention of everything, but the backstory was sex trafficking.
Correct. So Southeast DC. Put that in us. Coming up, Washington D.C. put that in us. Every urban city in the United States put that up in us, knowing that Atlanta child murder.
Yeah.
Remember all this?
Yeah.
That stuff stuck to us, man. We had family here in Atlanta, and my sister at the time was 12, and she went down there for summer, and they were like taking kids right around that area.
Yeah, wow.
So she had to stay in the whole house the whole summer. And that stuck to her. That stuck to my sister. She's like, how would this Atlanta child murder thing and all this stuff, and we knew some folks that disappeared back in the days, and traumatic to us, made us scared that whole year. And we were like, yeah, we got to talk about this. When we went at the numbers, and man, it was staggering, and nobody's talking about
Nobody's talking about it, yeah.
So, that first episode, that was based off a true story, by the way.
Really?
Yes. Let me tell you something. I got a whole
including
bunch.
Yes.
Yes.
Hold up.
Yes.
Let me get this clear.
We had that sitting. We got a whole bunch of those what moments for the past 25 years.
Right.
We come from the church, man. Come on, everything happens through the church, man. People come there to get prayer, right? They come to get saved from off that, man. We hear the story and why they came to the church to get that service, to get that help. And so over the course of the years, I got a laundry list of things that's going. Man, wait till you see it.
You sprinkle it all.
I'm gonna give them one.
Okay.
That was, that's what we did.
Yeah.
But, Lord, I'm trying to get out of these streets.
But we did that. So we wanted to captivate people. We knew we can catch them and let's tell them a real story. And shed some light to it. And April 23rd, it hit same day as Michelle Obama on Netflix. By the next day, our social media clips hit 2 million. We were like, I think this has gone viral. I don't know, 2 million is a big number.
Right.
Yeah, and then every day, 1 million more. Every single day. And by the time we hit the finale in 6, we were over 20 million. We went cross seculars because basically their demographic is 35s. We in like World Star now. We in the Shade Room.
Yeah.
We everywhere. We in TMZ. We cross into Deadline, a Hollywood Reporter. They never even knew about UMC. What is this? And we really like the show. Like that first episode,
out the gate.
What?
Yeah.
And they watched the whole thing and was like, no, hold up. So, shout out to the other shows, House Divided and Monogamy, which the other anchor shows before us.
Okay.
But Double Cross came in there, and we took to help take the company in the midst of that pandemic 200% increase of their subscription base, and those shows ignited a change order.
Okay.
In the midst of George Floyd, in the midst of our, there was one scene that we had with Jasmine and Darren play the cops. And they chased a young boy. And they pulled weed out of his pocket and let him go. Yeah. That's around the week George Floyd happened.
Okay.
When they killed him. And it was $20 that was his real money. And that hit, 10 million. That one stream hit 10 million.
Wow. So
it was surreal at that moment. Pandemic, we were all at home. We were like, man, we got millions of people. Subscription went up from 4 to 12 million subscribers overnight. And we were just, floored by it. And then right in the middle of that, we were already writing season 2.
Okay.
And then trying to figure out how we were going to get this going. A lot of compromises had to be considered. A lot of health reasons, making sure everybody was secure.
I was going to ask you, how do you all operate on a set now with Corona?
It was a blessing because we cultivated our story inside of our building, which all of our sets live. Okay. And so we were able to stay in one location.
So we like in the bubble.
We had to put ourselves in a bubble. This was the hardest thing I ever experienced, man. Just in logistics. There were different zones. We really stayed up on top of the zones and meeting the requirements. We had third party COVID compliances walking around like we were. And they were Asian, not knocking them. I loved them, but they were walking around like I was in one of their convenience stores. Man, couldn't do anything, really. And they were walking around, don't touch that, don't do this, put your mask on. And we were in the building. We shot during the summertime, so in LA it's 100 degrees outside, flash fires outside, so the smog is
real,
terrible.
Yeah.
Then we inside the building, and then we inside of a set, and then we got the mask on.
Yeah.
And then we sweating out our clothes.
Yeah.
Every day. Putting huge fans on our actors before we can say action. So people have no idea how bad the conditions were, how hot it was, and how restricted it was to even do anything for season 2. But we are so happy that we were able to do it. No one hurt. We actually wrapped early, and we went back home in one piece.